Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be doing a setup tour. So this has been my setup for about a month or so, and I do change my setup a lot, but I'm going to keep it this way for a while until I move to a bigger space where I can have 3 monitors easily. So I'm going to start off with the top of the setup. You can see I have my two 20-inch Apple Cinema displays. Those are both 1680 by 1050 at 60 hertz, and I got the one on the left with a PowerMac G5. My dad gave me that entire setup, and then the one on the right I got last year. You can see an unboxing of that, actually. So the one on the right has some color issues. The backlight is damaged, and so it shows more red and more green than it shows of blue, so it has a tint to it. And I had it calibrated, but when I reinstalled the operating system on my computer, it didn't carry the profile over, and I'm not sure if it's supposed to do that or not, but I'm not too sure. So it is noticeable, but it's not super noticeable. You may be able to see it on, you can't really see it on the camera. I'll insert a picture of it comparing white backgrounds. And yeah, so it is noticeable, but it's not annoying, and I mean, I live with it, and it's perfectly fine in my opinion. Doesn't really interrupt my workflow at all or whatever, so it's fine. And then next to those I have my two Bose speakers. I actually have to switch the orientation of those because the one, this one right here, is plugged into the wall on the side opposite where all my power distribution is, and that one is the main speaker, so I also have to have a cable trailing across behind my desk to get to the audio output on my workstation. So if I switch that, I can have it plugged in where everything's plugged in, and I can have the audio plugged into the back of the computer without having to run cables across the room, or, well, across the back of my desk. And what I would do is I would just switch the right and left inputs on that. So that's basically it. Oh yeah, I have a keyboard that's an Apple aluminum keyboard or whatever it's called, and then I have a Logitech M525 mouse on top of a Staples mouse pad. I actually got 2 of those for $10, and they are pretty nice. They get the job done quite well. And then you can probably see those green lights under there. Let me pull out this drawer. That is my KVM switch, and that is basically, the first input is the Mac Pro, and that's all connected to the second monitor. The first input is the Mac Pro, second input is my gaming computer, and it's just barely out of frame there, and I'll show that later in the video. And then the third input is my server, and the fourth input is eventually going to be a test setup. I have to do that pretty soon. Also, I have a blue Snowball, or a blue Yeti up there, this one. That is not mine, that is my friend's. It's on loan to me. And yeah, also I have an Xbox controller in the back that's connected to the gaming PC. So yeah, that's basically it for the desk setup. Now I'm going to show the power distribution and networking rack, and then the computers on the setup. So this is my power distribution and networking rack. So it's a 4U studio rack, and in it I have 2 Furman power supplies. Those each have 8 outputs on the back and 1 on the front there. And actually that's the ML8X model. And my dad gave those to me, and I basically use them as rack mount power strips because that's what they are. Under that, I have my router and my modem. The router is a 2011 generation Apple Airport Extreme. And then the modem is a Motorola MB7420, and that was recommended to me by my boss. And yeah, it's actually pretty fast. I like it. It gets the job done. Under that is my network switch. That is the Netgear JGS 724, or 524 rather. And that's a standard gigabit switch. It's not a smart switch. I do have a smart switch. I'm going to be upgrading to the, the GS724T or something like that. But yeah, I don't have the skill to configure that. I'm still learning how to configure that and everything, so that will be probably the next couple months or so. So this, I have the 2 inputs on the 2 first inputs are the Mac Pro workstation. The second input is my gaming PC. The The first two are the Mac Pro. The third input is my gaming PC. The fourth one is the test setup. And then on the end, the blue one goes back to the router, and then those two next to it are for the server. So that's basically that. Now to talk about the two systems over here. This is my Mac Pro workstation, this one. And it is a 8-core, 3.33 gigahertz. What else? It has a GTX 960 in it, and 16 gigs of RAM and a 512 gig SSD. The Mac Pro next to it, that's my server. That has a quad-core 2.8 gigahertz CPU. It has 8.5 terabytes of storage in it. So I have 4 1 terabyte drives in RAID 0, a 4 terabyte backup, and a 500 gig boot drive. And that also has a Radeon 5770 and 12 gigs of RAM, I believe. So that's that. And then over there is my gaming PC. That is the AMD gaming PC. I'm going to be uploading a video about that pretty soon. It's at more a cinematic video style. But that is a A10 5800K RX 480 with the system and the graphics card both have 8 gigs of RAM, and it has a 512 gig SSD and a 1 terabyte standard laptop drive. So, like I said, I'll be doing a video actually on all of these systems in the near future. But yeah, so I think that's going to be it for this video. There's nothing really else to show. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.